Okay, so now this build has 180% more damage with Bulletstorm on top of the 36% energy damage from Science. That's a lot of damage. Hey GlassGang, thanks for tuning in. Today, I have an exciting build to share with you. I'm using my aim down sight 3-star Hellcat armor build for levels 200, and you can swap a few perks around and this will work for you. We're also using the Gat Laser tonight and the mini Gauss. This build does also work with the pepper shaker, but we're not going to be using it with any of the testing here, just the Gauss Mini and the Gat Laser. So yeah, I'm guessing you read the title. I'm going to show you the bare minimum that you need with 3-star gear. Around 1 minute is what it's going to take for this build to kill ENO6 every time. Now this is a purpose-built ENO6 build, but you can use it as a daily driver. I do use it as a daily driver on my PlayStation character, which is my level 200 character you're seeing now, and I also use it for every part of the raid. I'll also be showing you how to reset the stage after you've completed ENO6 so that you can start it over and keep soloing ENO6 to farm the 4-star raid loot that you need. Right now I took brain fungus soup and berry mentats in order to get my science damage up to at least 36% with this perk loadout and build. That's what I need to do to get my energy damage. Anywhere from between 36 to 38% is what you want to see here. So immediately after pressing the button on ENO6, I immediately open fire to start building Bulletstorm stack. It doesn't matter that I'm not hitting the enemy, just shooting the weapon and spending ammo is building the damage from Bulletstorm. You'll see that in the bottom right corner of the screen. Now how you're going to take down the shield is not by actually shooting at the shield, but the act of shooting your weapon while getting shot at with bullet shield equipped under endurance. Once the shield goes down, target the torso and open fire, and don't let go until you have to reload. It's important to note though that with this build I don't have any auto stimming. So unless you have medic pump, you don't have any auto stimming going on. You will need to occasionally let go of the trigger to stim, but that's why we have tightly wound on the build, which helps us with our spool up, so we don't have to have too much spool up. And it actually works quite well. It lets you stim and immediately start firing again. This is actually really impressive damage from the Gat Laser, undoubtedly because we're getting close to 200% more damage from Bulletstorm, and we're getting that 36% damage from Science, which is awesome. And it makes it kind of hard to believe that ENO6 got a health buff this season on top of all the changes to the heavy gunner class, and we're still getting the same times on average, which is amazing to see. We're still able to single stage ENO6. Now let's repeat the process, and this time we're going to do test 2 with the Gauss Mini and see if it can do a better time. And to reset the stage so that you can start fighting ENO6 again, all you have to do is go into the data tab under your Pip-Boy, find Gleaming Depths, and press, for me it's square, it might be X on Xbox, to reject the quest in your Pip-Boy. Confirm that you want to reject the quest and it will put you outside of the raids. Then you can go back in and fight ENO6 another time. From there, as you can see, I'm not the team leader of the team, but I am going to go inside solo, and I do this so that I can join casual teams and get an intelligence buff from them to bring up my intelligence bonus damage some more, and so that I can come inside the raids solo and get my team buffs from taking one for the team and strange in numbers. So with this build, it's the same thing. We're going to stim through the damage while spooling up the heavy and shooting the heavy gun in order to get deflect damage to proc from bullet shield. So it's not actually from us shooting at the shield that we're taking down the shield, it's the indirect effect from deflect damage that's taking down the shield. And in order to make it work, you have to be firing a heavy gun, and that'll help it proc sooner and more often. You gain a 20% deflect chance for 6 seconds. So that means our plan of attack here is to pull the trigger to start firing the heavy gun, and when I see my health is dropping near 50 or 60%, I'll start stimming immediately. I'll spam 2 to 3 stim packs in order to overcome the damage I'm taking from ENO6. But once the shield goes down, it's business as usual. I focus fire on the torso. This is because I have Center Masochist on the build. This gives me 75% more damage when attacking the torso, so it's important to keep my crosshairs on the centered ENO6. Sometimes you'll have to reload, sometimes you won't with both of these weapon choices here. They both have a very high weapon magazine size, but with the amount of HP that ENO6 has now, you always end up reloading with either weapon. So Just have faith in it, hold the trigger and reload when you have to, and keep firing until the end and you'll get it. You'll get the kill in a single stage. Now we're going to take a look at weapons, armor, and special perk loadout, along with legendary perk cards and mutations, in that order. So this is the Gat Laser I was using. It's a 3-star, furious, rapid, lightweight Gat Laser. It has a true Gatling Laser receiver, aligned long barrel, and a reflex sight. This is the Gauss Mini gun I was using for test 2. It has the furious, rapid, intelligence legendary mods, standard barrel, and Tesla coil dynamo with the gunner sights. The Tesla coil dynamo here being very important because it brings us our base capacity up to 600. This is the armor set I'm using, and it's mostly a full 3-star set of Hellcat, and I wanted to start with the chest piece because I decided to put a Rangers mod on this set because I will be building it out into a 4-star Rangers build eventually, and it's what I would recommend doing with this build rather than doing the reflective build guide that I had up last season that I recommended with this playstyle, as I realized that the reflective build is actually reflecting back damage that's been basically reduced by troubleshooters. So it's actually a lot less effective with a troubleshooter's loadout, so you're much better off with getting more damage out of Rangers. But all you need to get going and get farming in 06 is the troubleshooters, +2 intelligence, and Sentinel's legendary mods. That's how I was able to get my Rangers mod drop, was with this build, actually set up as a 2-star build at first, which I had up on the channel, and I will be also redoing that guide here shortly. These are the special points you'll need to invest in the build. You'll need 12 strength, 6 perception, 7 endurance, 3 charisma, 9 intelligence, 10 agility, and 9 luck. These are the perk cards that make up the build. Starting off with bringing the big guns, your Bulletstorm stack limit is doubled. Easy target, 75% range damage to crippled targets, and Bulletstorm, gain 9% damage per 30 ammo spent, plus 10 max stacks, and that's how we're getting that 180% more damage. And with tightly wound weapons spin up 60% faster, this is a really good one and a quality of life one really for heavy gunner users. Lock and load, you keep half your Bulletstorm stacks when you reload, plus 1% reload speed per stack. This one's very important and gives you up to 20% reload speed. Arms Keeper, at 1 rank, giving us 50% less ammo weight, or weapon weight reduction. Also Number Cruncher, so that we have increased damage per AP cost. Tank Killer, ranged weapons now ignore 40% armor. This is how we're getting our armor penetration since it's no longer given through stabilized. Sender Masochist, very important as I mentioned earlier, for more damage, 75% more damage while attacking the torso. Bullet Shield, another very important one not to look over or overlook. Strange in Numbers, another must-have, especially for joining the team and enter the instance solo. It's the whole point of having that there. It's to get those team benefits and play the raids solo and still get the benefits of having a team. Stabilized, yeah, it doesn't give us that armor pen anymore, so that's why we have to get it through Tank Killer. And if you're finding that you don't have enough survivability, you can take off Stabilized because it's not giving us that armor penetration anyway, and run Field Surgeon instead. This will make your stim packs work a lot better, and it should improve your survivability through taking down the shield if you're having trouble. Gunslinger makes up pretty much all of agility. Packing Light at 1 rank, because it's only at 1 rank, will help our action point regen rate. Under luck, we have 1 gun army, Ricochet, Quick Hands, good with Salt, and yeah, that's it. That's a shared card, that other Ricochet. For legendary cards, we have a 2 rank Perception, 2 rank Legendary Strength, and a max rank, taking one for the team. This is one I highly recommend maxing out as soon as possible. It has a 40% damage buff you can't miss out on. A 2 rank Legendary Agility, and a 3 rank Legendary Endurance make up the legendary perk cards. These are my mutations. Now there are some here that you don't want, so we'll just look at them. And I have adrenal reaction, bird bones, eagle eyes, egghead. You don't want empath. Apparently I was taking 25% more damage because of empath. You do not want empath. I didn't even realize I had that on there. Healing factor. You don't want that either because that's minus 55% of your chem effects. That wasn't supposed to be there either. So my stim packs would have been doing more. Herbivore, herd mentality, marsupial, scaly skin, and speed demon are all correct. The only ones that are not correct, like I said, were empath and healing factor. You don't want those two on the build. Oh, and for buffs, I'm using berry mentats for +5 intelligence and brain fungus soup for another +5 intelligence. This brings up our damage through the science perk card on the build and also makes us rank up faster because we are an intelligence build. And you're just inherently just going to get a lot more XP for killing stuff and doing anything while wearing this armor set and being in this build. So it's going to help out a lot with ranking up fast. And it's also giving you 36% more energy damage, so win-win. Let me know if you have any questions about the build in the comment section, and I'll try to answer everyone that I can. I want to give a massive thank you and shout out to the GlassGang who show love and support on streams and under my uploads every week. It means so much to me, and you guys keep me going. Thank you so much for that. I'm Miss Glass. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. GG!